What is up, YouTube? This is Ryan with Cold Warrior Gaming, here with another war recap video brought to you by the guys and girls over at W.A.R Raiders. And this was a very interesting war for us, guys. As you can see, the score was not very close at all. The enemy team was pretty much just pulling out two-star strategies. And interestingly enough, though, guys, their bases were very difficult. They were, as you guys can see, they were some very sophisticated anti-3-star bases with offset queens. We actually recognize quite a few of these bases from some videos on YouTube featuring clans like Clashheads and Hebrew Legends, so it looks like they just watched some videos and copied the bases from those videos, which was actually very good for us because it was just great practice, guys. We have some very tough arranged wars in the works right now, and we're going to need all the practice that we can get on the newest generation of anti-3-star bases. So this was a great war for us, and it was actually very encouraging as well because our Town Hall 9s ended up clearing all of the Town Hall 9s very early on, so our Town Hall 10s had quite a few attempts to 3-star the enemy Town Hall 10s. So really fun war for us, and like I said, just some good practice. So let's go ahead and check out this attack on number 9 by our boy Professor Tom, who has been wrecking it at Town Hall 10 recently, and he is coming in here with a Shattered Laloon attack. Standard stuff to start off with, guys, dropping those golems and those wizards to create that funnel. Dropping his big, beefy, almost max heroes, guys. His king is one level away from being maxed out, which is just great. Dropping that jump. I think, I've only seen this attack once, but I'm pretty sure that Professor Tom is trying to get the Inferno Tower as well as the enemy Archer Queen, and of course the CC troops. And obviously, since that air defense was in that first compartment, he got that as well. I'm not sure if he's going for 2 air defenses here, but usually, guys, if you're coming in with 2 golems as well as a jump at Town Hall 10, and you're going for one of these 3-star attacks, you're trying to get more than just the queen, the CC troops, and 1 air defense. You're either going to try to get a second air defense or one of the 2 Inferno Towers. And of course, very conveniently, this base has the multi-Inferno Tower closest to the Queen, so that was actually a weakness in the base that Professor Tom exploited, and as you guys can see, he got some pretty good value for that initial push, because all that is left is, of course, those 3 air defenses, but the 1 Inferno Tower that's left is a single target Inferno, which, as you guys know, isn't as dangerous for a Laloon attack as a multi-Inferno Tower is. So you guys can see how quickly those loons tore through that core, being propelled by those max haste spells. A lot of our Town Hall 10s have been making great use of those haste spells in these Town Hall 10 Laloon attacks, guys, so I encourage you to check them out if you haven't been trying them. But you guys can see how fast that went down. Brutal attack by Professor Tom. Really good loon pathing. Just a beautiful attack, guys. So at this point, it is just clean up. And, that was a pretty high-level Town Hall 10. I'm not sure if it was maxed all the way, but they were all Town Hall 10 level defenses except for the air defenses, it looked like. All right, let's go ahead and check out this beautiful attack by our boy Matt on their number 10. This was really cool. I guess you would call this a Go Valo, but instead of bringing a jump, Matt decides to bring 4 Earthquake spells to open up all of these air defenses. That's a weakness in the base, because you guys can see that with 4 Earthquake spells, he can open up all 4 air defenses. And that's huge. And he can also get access to the all-important Archer Queen. And because Matt has these huge level 30 heroes, maxed out for Town Hall 9, you know that those heroes, are, as long as he funnels them properly, are going to be able to get all the way to that Queen. So his golems are slowly but surely making their way through the base, tanking for his queen, and he drops those Valks nice and late, maybe a little bit too late. Yeah, it looks like some of the stuff didn't funnel quite properly. Sorry, guys, I've only seen this attack once, but either way, it is still impressive. So his king does end up taking a walk, but because Matt brings a P.E.K.K.A., which I think was a really cool choice, because not only is the P.E.K.K.A. a tank, but also the P.E.K.K.A. is just going to wreck with those single hits, guys. Puts out so much damage per hit. The P.E.K.K.A., especially max P.E.K.K.A.s, can one-shot buildings. So anyway, at this point, guys, the Archer Queen is down. All 4 air defenses are down. So Matt just swarms this base with loons and absolutely kills it, guys. Not even a question. This attack was not even close, despite the fact that his queen, as well as a couple of Valks, ended up walking around the outside of the base. And as you guys can see, his king hasn't even been touched yet. All that's left is an Expo and a Tesla, but he's got so many loons to take care of those defenses, just not going to be a problem. So beautiful attack by Matt. Despite the little funneling biff at the beginning, still ends up just absolutely wrecking this base. So a beautiful attack. I like the creativity. That was really interesting. I don't know quite what I would call that. A Govalo with earthquakes and a P.E.K.K.A. in the CC. Really cool stuff. I will say that since the merger with Spartan's Legacy, guys, we've really been getting into some more creative attack styles. Kind of making up our own stuff, and it's been working out well. These guys know the mechanics of the game so well that they kind of feel the freedom to start experimenting with other attack strategies. All right, let me check my notes here and see which base is up next, because I got a bunch of recaps to do today. Okay, looks like base 13 here by Kunkalator, one of the guys from Spartan's Legacy, and he is coming in here with this is being called the max attack strategy. It's kind of a Laloon, but instead of bringing 3 rage spells and a jump spell, you're bringing 4 earthquake spells, a heal spell, and a rage, and you're using all of your spells on the kill squad. So really, it's kind of the kill squad that takes all the credit in this attack. So, Kunkalator is coming in here, still got to make your funnel. That's pretty much a universal rule in all attack strategies, regardless of how creative you want to get with them. But he uses those earthquake spells to open up the majority of the air defenses, guys. There's only 1 air defense now that is cut off from his kill squad, but that's how the max attack works, guys, because that 1 air defense is going to be tanked for by the 2 lava hounds that Kunkalator still has in the bag. He's going to wait for his kill squad to kind of develop things within the base here. As you guys can see, 3 of the 4 air defenses are gone. The enemy Archer Queen is down. The CC troops are down. And it is about time for him to start sending in the, I don't even think he needed that heal spell, guys, because his kill squad got so far into this base and accomplished everything that it needed to do. So he's being really patient here with his lava hounds and loons. Not quite sure what was up with that. Maybe, he might have been waiting for his queen to take out that last air defense just as an extra bonus. But again, guys, with 2 lava hounds on 1 air defense, you're going to be fine. And as a matter of fact, you need something to help those lava hounds bust. So I think that it might have even been a bad thing if the queen had ended up taking out that 4th air defense, because as you guys know, with Laloon, one of the biggest problems is cleanup troops. It's all dependent on when and how many lava hounds end up busting, because if a lava hound busts too early, then those lava pups are just going to get massacred by other defenses in the base, and if it doesn't pop at all, then you don't get any lava hounds, period, or excuse me, lava pups. So in any case, Kunkalator is a little bit sparse on cleanup troops right now, but he had a really just ideal split with his loons, and he still has his level 28 queen up and raging away. She's going to take out that outlying gold storage, and it is game over. So really nice attack by Kunkalator, making great usage of the new max attack strategy. All right, our next base is just 1 down, number 14 by our boy Slayer, bringing in some Suicide Dragons. I actually used Suicide Drags this war, and it worked out really well, guys. I'm a big fan of the strategy. One of the weaknesses of the offset queen bases is, of course, the fact that your queen is so exposed. And while it is a pretty big, commitment to, I guess, use 2 dragons, as well as in Slayer's case, he ends up using a spell as well. You also get some more added value for those dragons, guys. They're obviously not just going to take out the queen. They're going to take out whatever defenses are on the way. And, there goes a Tesla right there. And it only takes a couple shots from the dragon under rage to take out that queen. So, yeah, so that queen is down, and Slayer can basically now come in here with a standard Goho, because, you know, obviously the goal in a Goho is to take out the queen, the CC troops, as well as a set of double giant bombs on the front end. So Slayer is now accomplishing all of that with this kill squad. He's obviously trying to get this double giant bomb set that is most likely between the air defense and the wizard tower. But you guys can see that dragon is still up, and it just goes down to the enemy CC dragon. But it did a lot of damage, guys. It took out pretty much everything in that queen compartment, which is, you know, like I said, not the best value. That is the thing about these offset queen guys. If the base has to force you to use 2 dragons to take out the queen, then, you know, that's still a well-designed base in my opinion, because it's forcing just such a huge commitment on the front end just to take out one high-value target. So anyway, Slayer is coming in here with his Surgical Hog deployment. Really nice deployment. I kind of like the really fast deployment style there. That was kind of an odd heal spell. He might have expected some different pathing there, because not a lot of hogs got the benefit of that heal. But then again, not a lot of hogs were taking fire, you know, in other parts of the base. So, as you can see, Slayer just absolutely wrecked this base, just tore through it, ends up having a swag heal left. So, you know, if you have a spell left at the end of your raid, then you know you've done something right. So this was a really nicely done attack by our boy Slayer, who's been killing it recently. This merger has just been a lot of fun, guys, and there are many exciting things to come for it, I think. Alright, our last attack that we're going to feature is going to be on base number 29 by our boy Mike Sell. I think he was actually in the last war recap video, but Mike has been killing it as well with his nice level 20 heroes, and his base is I think almost all Town Hall 8 defenses, so his weight is pretty ridiculous in war. You know, basically he gets matched up with much easier bases, but because he's upgraded his heroes so much, he's obviously got a huge offensive advantage. So he is coming in here with a really interesting, I've never seen anything like this. It's a 4 Golem Goho. I don't even know what you call that. There's no word for it. And he, you know, it's almost like he's coming at this base like a Town Hall 10 would, you know, try for a 2-star attack with the mass golems and wizards just to take out, you know, a huge portion of the base. And, you know, one of the reasons why Mike Sell opted for the 4 golem approach, I think, is because in order to get to this offset queen, guys, you need 2 jumps. That's the way that the next generation of bases have kind of been forcing people to attack if you want to go with a standard Goho. If you're not doing suicide drags or anything like that, then you need 2 jump spells in order to get to the queen, take out the CC troops, and take out the all-important at least 1 set of double giant bombs. So I think he kind of maximized the utility of the second jump spell by bringing all those golems, because they just help push so much farther into the base, and they give your heroes time to you know, clear out pretty much the core of that base. You can see that his kill squad pretty much just tore a line through this entire base, hollowed it out, so now his hogs are just pretty much attacking all these perimeter defenses, and he only needed 1 heal spell. So this was a really nicely done attack, very well planned, very well executed. I really like the thought that went into it. And again, it's another one of these very creative attacks, something that we're not seeing. But that's what these new bases are kind of forcing us to do, guys. They are forcing us, as a war community, I think, to get more creative with our attacks. Yes, standard Goho will still work on the vast majority of bases if executed correctly, but I think that there are better attack strategies out there waiting to be discovered, guys. So anyway, at this point, it is just cleanup, so we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the end. Last thing up is that high HP Dark Elixir storage. So anyway, this, like I said, this was a really fun war for us. It was some great practice, some very tough bases. You know, as always, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. And this is Ryan with Cola Warrior Gaming, reminding you that we are Raiders, spells war.